is intensifying diplomatic efforts to ensure second round of U.S.-Iran talks go ahead on Tuesday. Iran has signaled that it has no plans to send negotiators to Islamabad for the fresh round of talks, as U.S. President Donald Trump threatens of fresh strikes if the talks don't go through. All this comes even as the 2-week ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. is set to expire in the next 48 hours or so. Pakistan has been busy preparing to host the talks, however, as a principal mediator between Washington and Tehran. Islamabad hopes it will yield a deal to end the war now in its 8th week. Islamabad's Marriott Hotel asked guests to vacate by Sunday afternoon the Serena Hotel just a few kilometers away and the venue for the first round of talks a week earlier. They soon issued the same orders and has now stopped taking reservations altogether. Roads into the red zone, the capital's most heavily fortified area, are sealed. The district houses key government buildings, including the National Assembly, foreign embassies, and both five-star hotels. Thousands of additional police and paramilitary personnel arrived from across the country. Barbed wire and barricades have been lined up in the streets, and most access routes have been shut. Earlier in the day, Pakistan's Interior Minister met U.S. Chargé d'Affaires Natalie Baker at the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad. Naqvi's office says that the meeting focused on strengthening Pakistan-U.S. relations. Preparations for a second round of talks, however, the statement did not specify when the talks are expected to begin. As Pakistan sets up the stage, Reuters is reporting Pakistani security sources, they're citing them, that they're saying that President Trump told Pakistan's Army Chief Asim Munir in a phone call that he will consider Munir's advice on lifting the U.S. blockade of Iran's ports, which is one of the major hurdles to peace talks with Iran. Trump has announced on Sunday that his representatives are heading to Pakistan for a second round of negotiations with Iran. But President Trump accompanied his announcement with a revival of earlier pre-ceasefire threats to bomb Iran's energy and power facilities. The tensions did not ease overnight. In the early hours of Monday, Trump announced on Truth Social that the U.S. Navy-guided missile destroyer USS Prudence has intercepted an Iranian-flagged cargo ship, the Tuska, in the Gulf of Oman, after its crew refused to heed warnings to stop. Tehran describes the seizure of the ship as piracy. It has vowed a retaliation. Iran's foreign ministry asserts that it is yet to reach a decision on whether to attend the next round of talks with the United States.
As of now, as I am speaking to you, we have no plan for the next round of negotiations. No decision has been taken in this regard.
Reuters is reporting a senior Iranian source telling them that continuation of the U.S. blockade on the Strait of Hormuz undermines the peace talks, and differences over Iran's nuclear program remain another key sticking point as both sides try to reach a lasting peace. Iran maintains that its defensive capabilities, including its missile program, are not open to negotiations with the United States.